Patient in the air. Game on. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I think this fella, Luis Diaz, will have a key role in being the link man. He's so good when it comes to progressing the ball up the pitch, and he'll often drop deep to do that. Above all, though, I like his feistiness. There's a combative and energetic edge to everything he does.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Diaz. Doku. Foot in. Now, can they get him away? Diaz receives it in a wide position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game, promising one. Good take, and is he in? Brilliantly cut out. Timber. Into the channel. Doku in acres of space out wide. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Timber. Doku.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It's come to nothing. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Can he get on the end of this? Doku tries across. And the finish! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a great ball crossfield.
Timber. Diaz does really well to win the ball there. Zubimendi. Played out to the left flank. Now Zubimendi. And it's Caicedo. Now it's Isak. He's beaten. Great chance! Goal! Corinthians! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That's the keeper's ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Isak. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Tries to play it through. He's on it, can he get away? A header! He's got away with one there.
Vitoria really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now, you could see them lose it.
No joy this time. Di Lorenzo tries to pass it through. Bellingham. And it's Zubimendi, looking for the run. Well read, and the danger is averted. Talisca, and that's been intercepted. Now it's Isak. De Vrij did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Great vision. Now it's Bellingham. Showing good feet. Doku. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And here's Diaz. Goes for a shot! They've scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 27.
Vitória can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Corinthians are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They need...
Diaz! Oh, screamer! About as smooth as it gets. And they're at it again in double quick time. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Corinthians find a position of real strength now. Bellingham, terrific header! Harmlessly behind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Lenormand deals with that comfortably. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Terminou o primeiro tempo. Ainda há muito tempo para a virada.
And we're off again.
Vitória really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
That's a risky... Oh, what has happened here? He's having a shot! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Zubimendi plays it short. That is a brilliant interception. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Saka, looking to play, and he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! Simplicity itself.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. We were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Defending was strong and firm. Zubimendi.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Corinthians looking to pass their way through. Doku. Now Fabian Ruiz. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Doku. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Talisca.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Lenormand, not the most accurate pass. He's found a way through. Picked out brilliantly. Shot, surely! Goal! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Aos 16 minutos do segundo tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 13.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Threads one in, and it's been played through, and that's gone loose. Doku was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Darwin.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
And that's the keeper's ball. Victoria perhaps contemplating their next change here. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Darwin. Thuram. Chance! No, that's just wide.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Di Lorenzo. Bellingham with 2 goals already to his name. And here's Isak. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Shot could be on. Can he finish? And that's past the post.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Ito. That's really well manoeuvred. Di Lorenzo gets across to intercept that. Pass somewhat off target. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Talisca. Bellingham. Saka. And it's Bellingham. Short changes him with that pass. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Thuram. Oh, what a ball! And his big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Dink through. Great ball, and he's in here. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Diaz showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Shot a goal! Bellingham. Stood up well to him there. It's run loose here. Fabian Ruiz. Timber. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Isak. Tries a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had...
And the shot! Oh, almost a
Teremos
six!
3 minutos de acréscimo.
Ito. Lenormand. Doku. And the number on the board is 3. Now it's Isak. Well, that's beautifully weighted. But shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! How many, just how many? The golf in class is vast.
Gol marcado para o
Well, it's a goal
Corinthians.
fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
And that will be the final act. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless.
Faltou sorte para o nosso time hoje.
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
One-sided and only one winner, Peter. The players didn't show enough togetherness and it was weak throughout.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Corinthians have opted for a 4-5-1 formation, it appears, Jim.
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball, and ideally a 4...
And a chance! An early chance, their first of the game.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
They've played it short. That has ended up in no man's land. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of...
Shot a goal! Doku, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he won. Big chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Thuram! Decent enough try. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spread out to the left. Looking for options for movement. Bellingham. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Doku. Could move up a gear here. Oh, that's a key interception. It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, the tempo is strong, and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Talisca. Fabian Ruiz. Bellingham. Bellingham stood his ground strongly.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Fabian Ruiz. Di Lorenzo cuts it out. That pass isn't the best. Oh, this looks sharp. He's away. He's through. It's chance for a shot. Victoria, goal! And Victoria take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Victoria have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Bellingham. Oh, this is a terrific run.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly...
And the shot! Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He'll fancy himself from here. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. He's in a good position. Can he finish? And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. Zubimendi with the short one. Di Lorenzo. Oh, what has happened here? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Tar. Fabian Ruiz producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he shoots! And that is quite wonderful! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's Isak. Bellingham, he's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Corner it is. Corinthians have their 3rd corner. Zubimendi plays it short. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Zubimendi. Di Lorenzo. Now that looks a decent ball.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Passing is crisp and sharp. João Palhinha. Now it's Tura. Caicedo. Diaz. He's had it taken off him. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Vitória sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Doku. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Timber. They get a throw in. Swung over. It's an inviting looking ball, that. João Palhinha. Out to the right. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Looking for a corner. Corner number 4 coming up here. And it's been taken short. And he was alert to it. And he's heaved it away. Diaz. Bellingham. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Talisca. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And that's gone loose. Bellingham. Bellingham has it in a wide position.
Early stages of the second half, and still 2 between them.
Good ball over the top. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Vitoria clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Corinthians appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Bellingham. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nunez. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Lenormand.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Zubimendi has been caught there, it's a foul. Diaz. Talisca. Doku. Out to the left it goes. Threads one in. Oh, important interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter.
That could spell trouble, and he's surging through.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Can he finish? Sticks it away! Back to within one! Interesting! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
And he has been fouled there. Spence has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just lost patience with him.
Stefan de Vrij. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Diaz. Caicedo. Diaz receives it in a good position here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 13, camisa 11, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 19, camisa 14, teremos uma substituição.
Now that is commitment to the cause. They're up to 5 corners now. Zubimendi goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Benzema. He's shifting through the gears here. He's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Isak. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
Corinthians really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fabinho is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Thuram. Oh, good spread. That has not gone well. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And that interception was most necessary. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Thuram picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your reflections then, Jim?
Vitoria perfectly played the hosts and the crowd. They set up to frustrate and stifle, but they were relentless whenever the opportunity presented itself at the other end. A cracking away day.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.